Terry and I got to be best friends here at Northwestern. We dated together. Actually, he went with Drew and I on our dates.
That's the truth. Yeah.
He was best man at my wedding, and I was in his first wedding. His didn't work out, so he didn't invite me to the second or third. When Terry and I and the organizing group began working on starting this bank, we were about 30 years old. We weren't old enough to know what we were getting into. Retiring someday was never given much of a thought. He's not going a long ways away, but he's leaving the bank that he grew from the ground up. It was his baby. Terry actually started working for the organizing group about a year before we received a bank charter and opened. Terry's been community banked for 34 years. He's not only done a great job representing the bank throughout the community, but he's been personally involved in many things in the community where he'll be missed. We're sad that you're retiring, but happy for you to turn a new page in your life. You've led this bank through some tough times and lots of good times, and you stayed focused on doing your best. You've given this bank 100% for 34 years, and we don't have enough words to thank you for the past leadership and friendship. So on behalf of the community bank directors, officers, and employees, and for me personally, I wish you all the best in retirement. We hope you have a long and happy retirement. Spend some time with your kids and grandkids, and do everything you want to do with your time off. All the best, Terry, and thank you for the 34 years of great leadership at Community Bank. As a token of our appreciation, we've had a clock custom made. Let's set it up here. We talked about a Rolex. Mr. Ryerson said no. So you got a bullet instead. But Carl Wiggin customized this little clock for you, and it says on the back, in appreciation of Terry Ross, President, Community Bank of Alva, 1983 to 2017.
Thank you. Can't wear it, but that's good. It's
very hard to buy a man a gift, and buying Terry a gift is even harder. And I've struggled with it for quite some time. Finally decided the only thing I knew to do was give him a trip. So I called the travel agent that he uses, and he said, well, he's already got 2 trips planned. How many is he? I said, well, how about, has he paid for it yet? And she said, well, I think he's been saving up money for this trip to Alaska, but he had never paid for it yet. And so the bank, here's a gift certificate to Terry Ross. We thank you for your years of dedication and service. And a gesture of our appreciation, this certificate is redeemable at McClure Travel. It's good to complete payment on your Alaska cruise. Enjoy your retirement, Terry. We miss you. From the Community Bank directors, officers, and employees. Thank you.
One thing,
Sure.
I'd like to hear Terry say his favorite word. No.
I don't think that I said it too many times, Kyle, or occasionally no. Appreciate everybody coming out. It's been a ride. There have been a lot of ups and downs. But what we're celebrating here is not me in regards to what's happened in the community. I couldn't have done what I was able to do, and I got credit for it, but I really didn't deserve the credit. The bank and my board was very supportive in the endeavor that I did. They did too many decisions that they didn't like, but usually I did them and they didn't like it after I did them. So, But no, I've had their full support in supporting Northwestern and everything I did when I was involved in VAP. I spent a lot of time out of the bank. They actually gave me a raise for my participator bonus for my participation in the economic developments. So it's not me that, I'm just the tool, the vehicle that this board chose to keep on, and there's days I didn't know if they were going to do that, but I appreciate their support. The shareholders, or several of you here today, stuck in with us, and it's been quite a ride. But again, the credit goes to my board, and not last and not the least is my employees. I've had a great group of senior leadership here. Charlotte started with this today, week before we opened. She started working for us. Peggy came on soon after, and Larry's been here for a long time, and then Ron, and the rest of them are relatively new, and I can't even recognize some of the people that's on the slideshow because we've utilized all those college kids all over the year. But it's been good for us. It's been good for those college kids, give them an opportunity to earn a little extra money and help, and also kind of benefits the university. So it's not me, it's the bank, it's the philosophy that we started with 34 years ago. We wanted to make an impact on our community and serve the community and participate in those things. And so it's the credit goes to those guys that supported me. But I thank you all for coming. I thank you for the gifts. It's very, very generous of you, and I so appreciate it. The friendships that I've developed over the years, the great customers that I have had over the years, and many of you still are, and I truly appreciate that. So without you as customers, we wouldn't be standing here today. So we appreciate your contribution to all the success that Community Bank has had. So thanks for coming out. So I better stop.